Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and I've got two soaps to cut for you today, but only one making of video because the camera just wasn't working for the first one, which is a 5 essential oil soap, and I've colored it with various colors of mainly blue. But the second one has film, so I'm going to show you that one, and that's Tiki coconut. And I've always been looking for a coconut that doesn't brown so much but still smells awesome, and I think I found it. And so the colors for that one would be a little tricky because even if it browns a little bit, it's not that pristine white color that you would hope for a coconut soap. So I thought of the colors that I think would be really great for that, and I thought of the Tiki colors. So I'm going to have some brown in that, some oranges, the natural color of soap, and then a couple surprise colors. But I'm really happy with how that turned out. So let's get started with the video, and if you want to see the color tutorial for both soaps, then just hit that I button right there. Thanks for watching, and let's get started. Okay, so I'm soaping at about 74 degrees. Get all my good oils in there. It's really proven to be a great recipe that I've been playing around with. And I'm going to blend up all those oils, kale and clay, so it's nice and creamy. That's nice and creamy. I'm going to add my lye solution. And I'm going to get my exotic coconut type fragrance in there. I'm thinking about what color combination I wanted for coconut. Most of us want bright white, but most of the best coconut fragrances brown the soap a little, so I'm prepared for that with this color scheme. It smells awfully good. Okay, so that is, let me run that just a little more. So I have a couple base colors that I'm going to use, but first I want to stir out some bubbles. So I'm going to use the natural color of soap in this one as well, and part of it's going to be white. And part of it's going to be green, and then I have a lot of accent colors. Starting with my gold. My accent colors, and some orange, a very light green, copper, and this Aborigine amber, beautiful brown because it has some shine to it, and then the rest is going to go back into these base colors. This is basically what I did to the other soap you're going to watch me cut today, but the camera didn't cooperate, so I'm only going to show you the cutting on that one. Alright, so it's already starting to set up a little bit, so I better get moving here. There's my green. And the soap color portion doesn't really have to be mixed anymore. Let's put the white in the smaller amount. Get my Crazy Susan working bowl ready. And I'm going to start this time with the white. Stir that a little bit more. It's very fluid, so I'm not really worried anymore. So I'm going to get most of that in there. Natural soap color has like a, I'm sure I've seen that color in coconut before. So I'm starting this concentric circle pour with just a funnel pour. Get almost all that in there. And then finally the green. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I've noticed in this concentric circle pour that I get those fine wisps of color swirled into the soap, but I think I want that in combination with some broader areas of color. So if I do this as the base and then do the concentric pour, I'm going to have like another hybrid going on here. So let me stir up. This one I believe is the Copper Sparks mica. I don't know if I got this idea from Copper Tone Sun Lotion that has a good smell of coconut in there. Okay, I'm going to just pour that on the outside edge from a high. Keep some of that. Then go to my orange. Just going for summer colors, basically. And I mixed this one because I didn't want to, I wanted more of a yellow orange, which is kind of hard to mix before you see it in the soap. But I also know that oranges and yellows can fade, so I made it a little bit on the strong side. And let's get that poured close to the edge as well. It's okay if it intermingles with that Copper Sparks mica too. Keep some of that for the top. This is gold mica. Again, summer colors. It doesn't come across as a metallic gold once it saponifies, but it does give a nice orangey, buttery brown with some little bit of sparkle in that. I'm going to put that in two places. I'm going to put that inside those rings and try to get some on the very outside edge. And I'm going to go for this very light green. You've seen young coconuts, they have a nice green to them. So that's why I'm using this. But also because I think it'll make a nice color scheme. Get that inside the gold. And finally, this Aborigine Amber. It's the dark color in the soap. And I kind of want this throughout the soap. So I'm going to do this as a spiral. Really love how this batter is behaving. So I'll get some in the middle. And then just kind of swirl it out to the outside. And I have a mica drizzle with this, so I'll just get all of that in there. So we better pour this. Some nice color combination there. natural soap colors, sometimes if the soap gels is almost translucent, so I'm curious to see how that works in this recipe and this soap. So let me get these other colors in there. The leftovers, here's the white, natural soap color. Let's get some of this green in there. The rest of the white, I didn't want all the white to get covered over, so that's why I did this in two bits. And then finally, some of this color left over. It's that light green. Actually, this is the gold. The orange. Well, that does look summery. This is my copper. And finally, this dark brown. Okay, so all of that is in there. I'm going to swirl it. Kind of looks like a Hawaiian shirt, so let's do a figure 8. I don't know what that has to do with Hawaiian shirts, but I'm thinking palm trees kind of swaying. That does look like one of my Hawaiian shirts from the past. And then let's get this gold mica here and there. And then just a little bit of this dark mica on one side here, because I already have it on the other side. And then just a little figure 8 on one side. There. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. I like that the colors ended up being represented down the length of the bar. So there we go. And Hawaiian shirts and my inspiration for this really doesn't have a sparkle to it, so I'm going to skip the glitter this time. So let me show this to you, and we'll come back for 2 cuts. One for the soap that didn't film, and one for this, and they're really similarly made, so you'll like that. Okay, I'm going to cut my Tiki coconut soap. This was poured just like the other soap that I'm going to cut for you. It's just that the other soap didn't videotape well. So I'll show you how I made that one by how I made this one. And I give this one a lot of thought because it's tricky to color a coconut soap. Number one, I've searched for a long time to find a coconut that doesn't discolor too badly. So this one says it discolors to a beige color. So I'm going to design my soap color with this one, or I did, based on that beige color. So I decided to really embrace that color. I actually used the natural soap color in part of this with the colors that I think that you can see in coconut soap. Not in coconut soap, but in coconut. So of course the brown husk, and then the white fleshy meat, And then the young coconuts have that light green. And then by that time, when I saw those colors together, I thought an orange would be a nice summery look to it. So just seeing how this swirl worked out. I'm really inspecting it for that. I have two base colors that I did as a funnel pour, and then I did the concentric circle pour with the stronger colors. So I think what that did was it added interest in the blank areas of the soap too, and then the accent colors really filled in some detail. And this is a palm-free recipe that I've been working on for quite a while, but it has some really nice oils in it. Argan oil and hemp oil being the newer additions to what I'm using. I'm really pleased with it, and not only is it a great soap, but I think it stayed really workable throughout the whole process. And this soap has, I think, 6 colors in it. I've had this fragrance for a while, just not really sure what I would do to color it, but I'm really happy about this. This looks like it could smell like a coconut, right? It smells great. Has a vague vanilla scent to it too, but the ingredients say no vanillin, but it still darkens a little bit. So as this matures and gets its more beige color, I think it's even going to be more cohesive. It'll make the white stand out more, and it'll blend in more with the orange and browns. So I'm expecting good things out of this after it matures. And then there's the crackle of white in there. I've already used a bar of this when I was developing it with this blend of oils, and it's very, in a word, luxurious. It's creamy, and I only altered this one a little bit so that it gets a little more bubble to it. So great cleansing soap, and should feel really nice. Okay, one more cut before I cut the next soap. Hope you like this one. Oh, that's the most interesting swirl that came out of this. Okay, so I'll leave you off on this one before we go on to my essential oil blend soap. So see you there. Okay, so I realized that I've selected colors that depict the fragrances that I use in this soap. So it's the lemongrass, lavender, eucalyptus, mint, tea tree oil. So mostly greens, but I've got the yellow to hint at the lemon in the lemongrass and the lavender. And it smells awesome. I tried to blend this so that none of the essential oils really dominates the scent of the whole. And again, this is the result of the concentric circle pour. The only difference in this one was I started with a base of funnel pour with the green and aqua, and I just wanted some of the colors to act as accents around that for a bit of a softer look. But also to make sure that there's more design of swirls within the whole bar. and really like how it came out. I just wish that the making of part of the video turned out, but it didn't. But you'll see basically what I did in this video, because I plan on making a soap similar to that with different colors, just so you get an idea of how I did the pour and preparation for the pour in the soap. All about preparation. So I hope you enjoyed this video on how I made the coconut soap, and that you liked the cutting of the coconut soap and how I made it, and basically just the cutting of this one. So thanks again for watching, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for your comments, and we'll see you for another soap adventure soon. Okay, bye everybody.